Hi, welcome to What's Happening. Here are the top 5 stories. At number 1, Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court Abuja has fixed June 15th for ruling on whether a statement by an Economic and Financial Crimes Commission witness is admissible under the Evidence Act in the ongoing trial of former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello. The judge fixed the date after counsel for both parties adopted their submissions on the propriety of the application. The issue arose when EFCC counsel Eniton sought to tender the extrajudicial statement of the 14th prosecution witness Shehu Bello during the continuation of the examination in chief. At number 2, the Senate has reversed its recent amendment to the standing orders announced during plenary. The decision followed a motion sponsored by the Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele, who stated that amendment made 2 days earlier to Section 2, Subsection 2 and Section 3, Subsection 1 could, upon further legislative and constitutional review, result in constitutional inconsistencies and unintended tensions. The resolution was adopted during a plenary presided over by the Deputy Senate President Jibrin Barrow. At number 3, the Senate has passed the Federal Capital Territory 2026 budget totaling 2.2 trillion naira, with 76% of the allocation, about 1.7 trillion naira, earmarked for capital projects. The appropriation bill scaled third reading during plenary on Thursday, following the presentation and consideration of the report of the Senate Committee on the FCT on the 2026 FCT appropriation bill. Although the bill received broad support on the floor, some lawmakers raised concerns about the revenue framework underpinning the budget. Senator Sani Musa and the Senate Chief Whip specifically called for a detailed breakdown of the FCT's revenue profile and clarification on the sources of funding for the proposed expenditure. At number 4, the top U.S. diplomat Marco Rubio went to the Vatican on Thursday for talks with the first U.S. Pope Leo. Against the backdrop of sharp tensions between the White House and the Vatican, the U.S. Secretary of State's visit comes after Trump's extraordinary criticism of Leo, the head of the world's 1.4 billion Catholics, over his anti-war stance. AFP reporters saw Rubio's motorcade driving up Via della Concezione, the grand avenue leading up to St. Peter's Basilica, before entering the Vatican. At number 5, Aston Villa reached their first European final for 44 years in memorable style with a 4-0 demolition of Nottingham Forest in the Europa League semi-finals on Thursday. Unai Emery's side erased a 1-2-0 first leg deficit thanks to Oli Watkins' opener just before halftime and Emiliano Buendaia's nevertheless penalty after the interval. Fittingly, it was a late double from skipper and fan favourite John McGinn that finished off Forest to cap Villa's second leg masterclass. They advanced 4-1 on aggregate from the All-English showdown, setting up a final clash against German club Freiburg in Istanbul on May 20th. That's all for now. See you next time on What's Happening.